Now we're going back to that story we brought you earlier about ITV Granada moving to a new home on Salford Quays. When we do go, it'll of course mean the end of an era here at Quay Street.
It's the era that created Granada Reports, as well as many other pioneering programmes presented by one or two familiar faces. Our correspondent Andy Bonner now looks back through our archives.
History was made here from the very start. Manchester's first post-war building instantly became one of its most iconic. Chairman Sidney Bernstein wanted it to become home to groundbreaking, relevant programmes about a part of the country the BBC hadn't catered for.
I think that what Manchester sees today, London will see eventually.
Bernstein had grand designs. He wanted to create the country's first dedicated TV studios, and he did so here on Quay Street in Manchester city centre. And they were even years ahead of the BBC's TV centre. TV in the Northwest changed forever in May 1956. Unfortunately, the host warmed up by getting blind drunk.
It's Arthur over there, Carl. What are you doing here? You don't even live in Manchester.
Before long, Granada was considered the Hollywood of the North. Big names soon joined the stable, and Granada created its own stars too. Bernstein wanted to produce programmes here because he knew the North already had its own identity. But such was his success that the whole region quickly became known as Granada Land. If one drama was to epitomise life here in the Northwest, Coronation Street was it. But 50 years ago, even Granada had its reservations.
They actually said the advertisers will withdraw their advertising.
How wrong they were, and when the street opened its doors, viewers flocked in their thousands.
Imagine walking on genuine, mind-blowing sets, taking a peek backstage.
And we've had our fair share of VIPs too. 20 years ago, Margaret Thatcher addressed a replica House of Commons filled with children.
My new cabinet in the year 2010.
That's it for tonight. Have a great night. Good night.
Good night. Blackburn or Man United, who knows?
This is Studio 2, where Granada Reports comes from every evening. Just next door, they're filming the Jeremy Kyle show, and Countdown is in production further down the corridor. You wouldn't believe the amount of people who've been through these studio doors.
Pave the back right
Billie Holiday.
Foggy.
Now music from Alberto's Y los Trios Paranoias.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the comedians.
The Quay Street studios have been home to more than half a century of laughs. Decades of sitcoms kept the viewers chuckling and created new stars.
Where's the remote, Barbara?
The studios aren't just home to ITV shows. This one started on Granada before ending up on the other side. It's still filmed here, though.
Bamba Gascoigne.
Brains, brawn and bold impressions could all be tested at Granada.
Please welcome your host, Matthew Kelly.
Hi, I'm going to be Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue, ladies and gentlemen.
Quay Street's been home to some of the best original journalism of the last 54 years. World in Action was renowned for its landmark investigations, like the campaign to release the Birmingham Six. Other factual shows about the region, coupled with nationwide firsts, stamped Granada's authority.
Well, I don't think that any politician deserves your trust until everybody has come clean about what has gone wrong.
Names as diverse as Anna Ford, Steve Coogan, Caroline Aherne and Michael Parkinson all made early appearances here.
As we say in Granada Land, no star, good night.
These studios have certainly left their mark. Andy Bonner, Granada Reports, Manchester.
I've got that printed on my back, actually.
Yeah, well, some great memories there. It's always been an absolute honour to work in this building in those footsteps.